So how do you define your ICP for targeting that creates ad creatives that not only convert incredibly well, but have lower CPMs and higher conversion rates when they actually leave the ad? And I want to remind you, the point of creating a great ICP is because it's more specific and creates higher conversion rates than target market does, which is the more generalized version of ICP. For example, ICP is going to specifically focus on who that one person is, who would be the perfect purchaser of your product. They have the perfect problem that your product solves. They have amount of money that is needed to purchase it, while a target market is going to be anybody who could potentially purchase it within an entire demographic. For instance, women aged 25 to 45 versus Kathy, who's 37 and has struggled with wrinkles since she was 28 because she used to go out in the sun too much. It's a much more specific option that creates advertising that is easier to understand why it works. And remember that Meta already understands and has the best targeting algorithm in the entire world. If you create advertisements that talk to one person, Meta will find that one person. Meta is trustworthy in this aspect, and they steal a massive amount of data so that they can do this. They are very good at targeting. Your job is to define who this ad is for and to create advertisements that talk to that one person, not to manage the actual targeting. For example, let's say you're selling a fitness program that is $49 per month. You have a couple of options. You can do anyone who's 25 to 45 who's interested in fitness and follows the workout page. That's technically qualified. But it will create generic ads that do things like get in shape fast, which doesn't really talk to any person within that market. It just talks to the market. This means that the conversion rate is going to drop. Now, if you compare this to an ICP, you're going to have something like 32-year-old woman, works a full-time job, has 2 kids, used to be in shape, but feels like she lost control and feels guilty spending time on herself, wants something structured and efficient. This is a really specific ICP that can create a great advertisement. For example, you don't need 2 hours a day to get back in shape. You need a plan that fits into the 45 minutes you already have. That is a great call to action and a great value statement that addresses the problem that that person is experiencing and creates the thought process of, this is for me, this is what I need. They understand what I'm dealing with. That is a very, very strong motivator comparatively to get in shape fast, which technically has the same value statement and could have the same product attached. There are 2 core mechanisms behind a very strong ICP, and the first one is message market matching, which basically means that you are talking to a person who needs it and the product makes sense. Specifically, your ICP is going to define the way that you talk about your product, not the market around your product. For instance, fitness influencers usually talk in a specific way, but it can be intimidating to people who don't have experience in fitness. But if you just talk like somebody who is your ICP, then those ads are no longer intimidating and your conversion rate goes up. And the second is identity alignment. For example, if I was creating that ad for that 37-year-old woman, it is going to perform worse than if I get a 37-year-old woman who has experienced the product and seen the benefits to describe the ad. Now, you can be a little bit more vague when it comes to the exact identity alignment. You can get somebody who is simply closer to the target market, for example, an older woman versus somebody who's 37 and has experienced the benefits of your product. But the closer that you can get, the better, because at the end of the day, it is still going to be a stranger. And if they feel that they cannot identify with the person creating the ad, then the ad will perform worse. There's a 4-step process to implementing this in your advertising strategy. Focus on 4 variables. 1, the current situation. Where are they now? What does their day look like? 2, pain point. What is actively causing them harm in their life and what are they trying to fix? 3, desired outcome. What do they want and how do they want to get there? And 4, a reason not to do it. This is your constraint. This could be time, money, knowledge, belief, whatever it is. It's the reason that they would not move forward with your advertisement. Now you have a usable ICP that you can translate into ads. Specifically, the pain becomes the hook, the constraint becomes the objection handling, and the desired outcome becomes the promise, how you are going to get them to actually convert. This is how you turn an ICP into an actual advertisement in non-vague terms. When I create ads for Affiliate Academy, I am targeting a very specific desire. The desire to not have an upfront cost when working with a marketing agency and to have it be on a profit split so that you can be confident in performance results. When I create ads, these are what my ads look like. This is because I'm targeting that exact desire. And yes, that offer is real. If you're interested in a free trial, you can go to the first link in the description, which is going to have that free trial offer and is going to get you 10 to 20 free advertisements to put in your ad account. And I have the rest of this article linked also in the description right under that.